If you are an employer in Canada trying to hire a foreign worker, or if you are someone waiting on an LMIA approval to get your work permit, you need to stop whatever you are doing and watch this video right now. Because as of April 10th, 2026, the Canadian government has officially added 10 brand new cities and communities to the low-wage LMIA processing freeze. That means employers in these areas cannot apply for a low-wage LMIA right now. And if your city is on this list, your plans just changed. Stay with me because I am going to break down exactly which cities got added, which ones got removed, what triggered this, and most importantly, what you should do next. Welcome back to Canada Pathway Immigration, the channel where we bring you accurate, up-to-date Canadian immigration news without the confusion. If you are new here and you are serious about building your life in Canada, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the bell notification because this is the channel you need to be following. Every major update, every policy change, we cover it here first. My name is Sahil. I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, and I practice here in Ontario. If you ever need to speak with me directly, my contact number is on the screen, and all details are in the description box below. I am more than happy to assist you. Now let us get straight into today's most important update. The latest low-wage LMIA processing freeze for the first quarter of 2026. Before we get into the specific cities, let me quickly explain how this entire system works. Because understanding the logic behind this freeze will help you plan much better. Every single quarter, the Canadian government, specifically the department called Employment and Social Development Canada, or ESDC, releases updated unemployment rate data for different regions across the country. Now here is the key rule. If the unemployment rate in a specific region goes above 6%, ESDC will not process any low-wage LMIA applications from employers in that area. The logic is simple. If there are already enough unemployed people in a city, the government does not want employers to be importing foreign workers for low-wage positions, when local Canadians and permanent residents should be getting those jobs first. Canada measures these regions using something called a CMA. That stands for Census Metropolitan Area. A CMA is not just a single city. It includes the main urban center along with all surrounding areas and PIN codes that fall within that statistical zone. To qualify as a CMA, the region must have a population of more than 50,000 people. So when the government says a CMA is under freeze, it means the entire cluster of cities and communities within that zone is affected, not just the downtown of one city. Now let us talk about what actually changed with this latest April 10th, 2026 update. There is actually some good news mixed in with the concerning news. On the positive side, 4 CMAs that were previously under the freeze have now been removed, meaning their unemployment rates have dropped below 6% and low-wage LMIA processing has been reopened for those areas. Those 4 regions are Lethbridge in Alberta, Red Deer in Alberta, Kamloops in British Columbia, and Chilliwack in British Columbia. So if you are an employer operating in any of these 4 cities, you now have the green light to file a low-wage LMIA application. And that is genuinely good news for those regions. However, and this is the part that has a lot of people concerned, 10 new communities have now been added to the freeze. Their unemployment rates have risen above the 6% threshold, and ESDC will not be processing low-wage LMIA applications from these areas until the next quarter's data comes in. Let me go through all 10 of them clearly so you know exactly where things stand. We have Halifax in Nova Scotia. We have Moncton in New Brunswick. We have St. John in New Brunswick. We have Fredericton, also in New Brunswick. Moving to Quebec, we have Rouyn-Noranda and the major city of Montreal. In Ontario, we have Kingston and Peterborough. In British Columbia, we have Vancouver. Yes, one of Canada's biggest cities is now under this freeze. And finally, Winnipeg in Manitoba. These are the 10 new additions to the low-wage LMIA processing freeze as of April 10th, 2026. Now let us talk about what this actually means for you on the ground. If you are an employer in any of these 10 cities and you were planning to submit a low-wage LMIA application, that option is off the table for this quarter. You will have to wait until the next data release, which is expected around July 9th, 2026. At that point, the government will review the new unemployment figures and decide which CMAs come back into processing and which ones stay frozen. Given that Canada is currently experiencing a period of relatively high unemployment overall, it is genuinely difficult to predict how many of these 10 cities will be removed from the freeze in July. And it is also possible that additional cities could be added at that time. But here's something very important that I want every employer to know. Low-wage LMIA is not your only option. ESDC and IRCC are currently reviewing updates related to high-wage LMIA processing. High-wage LMIA follows a different set of rules and is not subject to the same unemployment rate freeze. So if you have an urgent hiring requirement and the position qualifies as high wage, meaning the salary offered meets or exceeds the median wage for that occupation in that province, you may still be able to proceed with an LMIA and bring a foreign worker on board. This is a pathway that many employers overlook, and it could be the solution you need right now. I would strongly recommend consulting a regulated immigration professional before making any decisions, because the eligibility criteria do vary by job category and province. For those of you who are workers, maybe you have a job offer lined up, you are waiting on your employer to get the LMIA approved, and now your city is on this list. Why not? I understand how stressful that feels. The most important thing you can do right now is stay in close communication with your employer, keep checking the official IRCC and ESDC websites for updates, and speak with a qualified immigration consultant who can assess whether there is an alternative pathway available in your specific situation. There are options like express entry, provincial nominee programs, and other streams that may not require a traditional LMIA at all. And for many people, those may actually be a faster and more stable route to Canada. So that is everything you need to know about the latest low-wage LMIA processing freeze update for the first quarter of 2026. 10 new CMAs added, 4 removed, and the next big update coming on July 9th. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel so you do not miss that coverage when it happens. If you have any questions, if you are an employer or a worker trying to figure out your next move, do not hesitate to schedule a consultation. My details are in the description below, and I am genuinely here to help. If this video gave you clarity today, please give it a like and share it with someone who needs to see this information. It could save their time and their plans. Once again, this is Sahil from Canada Pathway Immigration. I wish you all the very best, and I truly hope to see you in Canada soon. Take care.